Hi, Nick Astor with TriplePundit.com. I'm here with Bart Alexander. He's the Chief Corporate Responsibility Officer for MolsonCoors. Thanks for having me.
Glad to be here.
Bart, one of the most interesting things that I've learned about Molson Coors is an internal program you call the beer print. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
Well, I think everyone knows when you take a beer and you put it down, you usually leave a little print. And our company does that. Our company leaves its mark on our consumers, it leaves a mark on the communities where we brew and sell our beer, and it leaves a mark on the earth. And very simply, the beer print is a challenge to our employees and to all of us to improve the beer print, to improve the quality of life of our employees, to improve the impact we have on communities, and to reduce the negative parts of the beer print, to improve safety, to reduce alcohol abuse, and to reduce our environmental impacts.
I think that's a really cool metaphor. It's sort of implies the connectivity of things. You know, wherever you go, you're leaving an impact, and let's make sure that it's a positive one. Can you tell me a little bit about some of the more positive prints, if you will, that you're currently measuring and making progress on?
Well, we particularly want to be known for the effect we have on society in terms of responsible use of our product. We want people to respect our product, to respect each other in the way they use it, so that's really important. We have a tremendous role in society of connecting people. We want people to connect for good times and to have good impacts, so our community impact is important. And clearly, to make great beer, you need great water, so we want to be a positive force for water sustainability wherever we operate.
And how has this beer print concept resonated with folks inside the company? Is this, you know, taken off well?
Well, let me tell you a little story about this. When we first got into the whole corporate responsibility or sustainability space, we laid out a pretty aggressive plan to look at every area of the company and to try to figure out how can we most effectively address all of the responsibility and sustainability issues in that dimension of the business. And we rolled that out to our senior leadership and to our employees. They both kind of had the same reaction. Aren't we doing a lot of this already? Is this something new? What are we doing here? This is awfully complicated. And I kind of get it. I think as professionals, we sometimes get hung up on GRI indicators or ISO 26000 or all this world we live in, or even the Dow Jones Sustainability Index, which is something we actually care quite a bit about, and we're pleased that we got listed last year on it. But these are really very technical, complicated ways to talk about what we do. We found you had to bring it to a level where people could have it make sense to them. When we brought out our beer print, employees said, I know what I'm doing already to improve our beer print, and I can do more. And the way we actually challenged them is we gave them little coasters that had the beer print on it. We said, what are 3 little things you might do to improve our beer print this year? And we modeled that with everybody in our senior leadership team, putting those out and publishing those and making them available to all employees. And it was just amazing the kind of innovation and brilliant ideas that come up from people just thinking, how can I make this company a better place?
Great. Any specific stories that really resonated?
Well, let me just give you just a little one on water. We had a guy in one of our breweries who had gone by this hose for years, saying, wonder where it went to. When this came out, he went and said to his supervisor, do you know where that hose goes? And the supervisor said, no. He said, just turn it off. Now, I don't exactly know how much that changed the water use in that brewery, but that's a kind of just little actions that add up to be a huge impact when you just encourage people to say, stop doing things that have negative impacts and think of better ways to do business. We call it challenge the expected within our culture.
That's fantastic. And are there things that you're able to measure when somebody does want to get down and say, has this really been effective? You know, the sum of a lot of little things is one thing, but are there other metrics that you're using?
Well, we have global metrics on increasing the efficiency of our water and energy and reducing our waste. And we certainly have all the same targets. And you can go out to MolsonCoors.com, and if you put /responsibility, you'll get to our site, and you can see kind of our goals and metrics and our progress against them.
Great. Well, I think one way or another we're all looking for a more positive beer print. Thanks, Bart, for joining me.
Yeah, cheers.